something that comes to my mind is it the responsibility of a certain societal group to counter radicalization? What's happening here? Yes, as I mentioned, we saw a new wave of terrorism, extremist ideologies coming into Sri Lanka, and then eventually, as a post-product of the acts of these terrorists, we see the stigmatization of certain groups in society. What do we do here?
I think just picking up from what also Sister said, that we have, and going also onto the theme of women, I think there's a big role that the females can play in education, because within schools this has to be picked up and corrected, and when we teach young people and children, we have to be very careful that we do not marginalize, or we build, rather that we build up a national identity of Sri Lankan, because we have several ethnic groups. So the moment something happens, there's a tendency to stigmatize the other or the different other. So this could be a visible minority, or a different faith, or a different ethnic group. And all these issues that we are having with attitudinal problems, the way we see the different other, schools, within schools, we can, it not only covering the syllabus, but this aspect can be done in schools, because we are able to touch a broad base of the next generation. And within homes, the moms have so much clout. When you speak to some of these individuals in rehabilitation globally, when you speak with some of the terrorists, and I would ask them, who is the person closest to your heart? It's the mother. It's the mother. It's incredible. They say when you get thrown in jail, your friends come for the first few months, and finally at the end of the year, the only person who visits is the mother. So I think women, mums, sisters have grandparents, grandmoms have a lot of influence. I think we should harness this. We should harness this and nurture it, because they are primary, they have a lot of emotional control over the family system, and the family and mums can pick up signs of radicalization as they are coming up.
How?
They can be the individuals who will give a counter point if there is racist language used within the household, derogatory terms against another ethnic group. They can always counter it. They can give another perspective and guide and channel, because as human beings, we are not only nice, positive people, we have a mean side to us. But if we nurture the mean side, we will do mean and nasty things.
You spoke about early signs. What are these? If you can elaborate on this, I think this is very important at this point.
Early signs, when nobody is born as a terrorist, there's a processes and a pathway into which that you are taken down. So yes, we have at the moment a lot of grievances from all communities at the moment. The Muslim community has grievances, the Catholic community that lost life, the Sinhala community, the Muslims who lost life but nobody acknowledges it because it was an IS attack. There are feelings of guilt, sadness in every community.
Leading to hatred.
That can be harnessed by individuals, groups, to shift a person towards the radicalization, violent radicalization end of the spectrum. This is what I refer to as societal priming. So a person, as the person is shifting, you see certain changes in the individual. And this I am not referring to as only for people who have been exposed to IS ideology. I'm also referring to individuals who are being racist, basically. As they are shifting down that spectrum, the first people to see those changes are friends. In the house you see it. You see that your child is beginning to disengage from the previous network of friends and move towards another. There might be literature, the things that I said, the words that are used to describe the other. So you can see the hatred build up. You can see a sense of exclusivism coming in. No, that we cannot have all these mixed dialogues, all these things, they are useless. So you see that gradual build up happening, and these signs are picked up initially by family and friends. It is just that we might not know they are the signs and symptoms. But in other countries they have set up groups where mums call, and in a safe to a helpline, and say, I'm worried about my son because I can see certain patterns changing. Now that doesn't mean we are going to have a huge security response to that, but it is a safe space for mums who are worried about their child going down a negative path, because with social media, globalization, any child in any family can be pulled into this if they are groomed into it. So where do the mothers go? All those people who died. Some families show that it is a heroic deed my child did, but 99% there is sadness and regret.